In a moment, Boy George speaks up like never before.
Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
The 80s icon tells all in an exclusive interview. He'll join us live. There he is. Hello, live from London next.
Isn't this exciting? Looking forward to talking to you, George.
Well, the 80s were all about big hair, heavy makeup and colourful outfits. That was Simon, that was me. How were you in the 80s? Same?
Primary school.
Yeah. Not even born yet. British pop star Boy George was an icon of all three.
The singer still has a massive global fan base, but recent problems in the US have brought him under unprecedented attention. He's the Karma Chameleon, the androgynous singer with that unique style.
And make mistake number 3, yeah. Make mistake number 3.
Boy George was an 80s pop icon, the frontman of Culture Club.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Their songs topped the charts around the world.
Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
But his personal life would bring him fame of a different kind. George battled a drug addiction and in 2006 was ordered to undergo community service in New York.
How are you feeling, Mr. George?
You think I'm not fair, George? No, I'm fair, but it's just the press having you chasing me around.
George was due to kick off a major solo tour in the US this month, but was refused entry over pending criminal charges in the UK.
What does the US government have against Boy George? You've denied him a visa.
No, I'm sorry. I should have swallowed before you said that. Let's see if I spit the water over anyplace else.
Despite the setback, Boy George vows to continue touring. He even wants to come to Australia.
And guess what? Boy George joins us live now from London. Good morning to you. George, the US tour was going to be huge. How did you feel when you were denied that visa?
I was really surprised when I got mentioned on the Department of State thing and when the guy spat the water. I kind of had an idea that they may refuse me a visa from the beginning when we set up the tour. It was always a possibility, and unfortunately that became a reality. But we'll go back next year and we'll tour. I'm going to be going to South America, doing a UK tour. I'm going to be going everywhere, so I'm coming to see you as well. So, you know, I'm busy.
Fantastic. Is this an announcement?
It's a bit upsetting. It's a little bit upsetting.
You're coming to Australia next year. You're touring. This is an announcement?
Definitely, yes. I'm definitely coming to Australia next year. I'm going to be touring everywhere. I mean, America was something I was looking forward to, but it's not out of the equation. It just, for now, I have to wait till I have this court case in November. Once that's over with, then I'm back on track and I shall be just doing my thing.
Gee whiz, we're about to get the Pope and then Boy George. What an interesting country we live in.
It's all...
Are you confident? Are you confident you'll be able to return again, put all this behind you and return to the States?
Yeah, no, there'll be no problem. I mean, you know, once I've got this out of the way, no, I'm not worried about that, you know. I mean, as you said in your report, I did clean up New York, you know. I did my... I did my community service and I did a good job, so... As far as America's concerned, I don't know why this impending situation with me has anything to do with America, but that's the way it is, and there's no point getting worked up about it. I'm doing other things. I mean, I'm making an album. I'm about to release a new single, which actually is about Obama, so maybe when Obama gets in, he'll let me in.
What's that? What sort of things about Obama? Barack Obama, I take it?
I've got a new single coming out called Yes We Can, which was inspired by that famous speech, and we use his voice. He's actually doing guest vocals on the track. He doesn't know that yet, but he is. But it's a really uplifting, kind of positive track. A little bit about what I've been going through as well, you know, because I've had some problems, as you've said, but right now things are very good and I'm in a very positive, upbeat mood. So, yes, the American thing is depressing, but getting wound up about it's not going to help me, you know, so moving on, you know, next thing.
Yeah, I guess putting Obama in your song, and if he becomes the next president, that'll help your visa chances, I reckon. Now,
well, at the moment, there's a Republican government. I tick all the boxes, you know.
yeah.
So I can't see them letting me in right now.
No, I think not. Just wait a couple of months, perhaps.
Yeah, you seem to take everything in your stride. How hard is life in the spotlight for you, or do you love it as much as we think you love it?
I have to say that in the last few years, I've probably not done myself many favours in terms of the sort of publicity I've been getting. And, you know, I have to take responsibility for encouraging some of that and, you know, putting myself in stupid situations. But in the last year or so, I've really kind of changed my life around, and I have a much more positive attitude, and there'll be no dramas in the future. It's just going to be work, work, work and positivity. So, you know, I've moved on from that. You know, as I said, I've got this thing pending in November. Once that's over, the only time I want to see a policeman is when they're giving me a lift, an escort or something, you know.
Good to hear.
I mean, I really want to make those things a thing of the past. I've had enough of it. I really have.
Because you're such a talented musician, and of course your flamboyance, we're looking at some pictures there from the 80s. Your flamboyance is your trademark, and we love you for it. How would you describe your sexuality?
My sexuality? Laughing, screaming, swirling queen.
So at this point, the American visa is the only thing in denial, is that right?
At the moment, that's the only thing in denial. I mean, you know, as far as my sexuality is concerned, I think that's been sort of open, you know, for a long, long time. You know, but yeah, the America thing, I mean, I've had this before. Obviously, I had problems in the 80s, late 80s, and I was banned from America for 6 years. So I've been through this before, and you would ask the question, why would I put myself in that situation again, you know? But I can't answer that right now, but I want to avoid all that stuff in the future, I really do. And concentrate on what I do, which is performing and writing music, which is what I love, you know?
Hey, do you and the other, the Culture Club gang, do you ever sort of, you get together, do you have little reunions where you all bring your little makeup kits and talk about the good old days?
I'm the only one who wore makeup. Well, I mean, officially.
Yeah.
No, we don't really. I mean, I have my own band at the moment, you know, and I've worked with those guys for about 15 years. So, no, I don't really see the other guys now and then, but not really, no.
OK, so when we see you here next year, hopefully, what can we expect from your show? Well, I mean, all the flamboyance that we're used to from the 80s, or is it a bit more sort of mellow these days?
I'm looking forward to doing something quite extravagant, you know, because it's been a while, you know. It's been a while since I've gone out and done a kind of really glamorous, excessive tour, but the most important thing will be the music, you know, because I want people to focus on the fact that I am actually a great songwriter and a pretty good vocalist. And I think all the stuff that's been going on in my private life has kind of overshadowed that, you know, it's got in the way of what I actually do. People may be confused and start thinking I'm a road sweeper or whatever. And I need to remind them that, no, I'm a musician and this is what I do and what I love.
Hey, it's been great talking to you this morning. Just a note, when you come to Australia, the regular host of this show, Andrew, wants his hat back, if you could bring that for him. Good to talk to you.
All right, say hi to the Pope.
Oh, we will.
Yes.
We'll send you love.
He's coming up next on the show. We'll do that for you.
Boy George, great to see you. See you next year.
Thank you.
He'll have to change. When he's 65, he'll have to change to Man George, because you can't be Boy George when you're... Oh, a good chat, hey?
Fantastic.
Interesting character.
I think he's wonderful.